I was his deputy. He doesn't take advice, and I don't think he will take my advice. Akirele speaks. According to Nigerian Tribune, Chief Mrs. Kofowola Bokno Akirele, a former senator and deputy governor of Lagos State from 1999 to 2002, has shared her insights on the current state of the nation and her relationship with President Bola Tinubu, with whom she worked closely during his tenure as governor. In an interview with Deputy Editor Bola Badmos, Bokno Akerele candidly addressed her views on governance and national challenges. Reflecting on her past role alongside Tinubu, she expressed skepticism about the president's openness to external advice. I don't think the president will want my advice. I don't think he's the kind of person that takes to advice. After all, I was his deputy. I do not believe he's the kind of person that takes advice. He seems to have the mindset that he knows it all, she stated. The admission highlighted a perceived barrier in the relationship as Bogno Akerele alludes to a certain level of pride or confidence that may prevent Tinubu from seeking input from those around him, even former close associates. Despite her doubts, she's willing to offer constructive criticism. Well, I would advise him to look around the country. We have qualified and capable people in this country who can give him the right advice and show him the way as to how to run the country, she said. This statement underscores her belief in the potential to Nigerian citizens to contribute positively to governance, suggesting that a collaborative approach could be beneficial for the nation's progress. Security emerged as a paramount concern in our discussion. Bokno accurately emphasized the critical link between security and national development, stating, "My advice is that he should look into security situation in the country very seriously because as long as there is no security, we would not have development because people would if not invest in an unsecured country." Her words resonate with the sentiment of many Nigerians who feel that the ongoing security challenges, including terrorism and banditry, are significant impediments to economic growth and stability. As the country grapples with various socio-economic issues, Bokno Akerele's insights reflect a desire for a more responsive and inclusive governance style. Her experience in political office gives weight to observation about the need for strategic partnerships and trust among leaders and citizens. She advocates for a government that actively seeks out expertise and perspective of its people, recognizing that collaborating can yield innovative solutions to complex problems. The interview reveals not just Bokno Akerele's thoughts on Tinubu leadership, but also her broader concerns about the trajectory of the nation. The interplay of personal history and current political realities illustrates the challenges faced by leaders in navigating governance amidst a backdrop of discontent and division. Her call for improved security and open dialogue with knowledgeable citizens aligns with a growing demand for accountability and effective leadership in Nigeria. This is not the first time I'm hearing this woman speak, and she was Tinubu's deputy, but not for long, because of obviously he asked her to leave. As in, I think that was even the first time I was hearing that you and your deputy could have a fallout, and you could tell your deputy to leave. Do you understand? It's not the first time. Before elections, she came out and she made some statements, about Tinubu and all that, and she warned you people. You people did not listen. You people thought she was, she get paper body, or, people are saying a lot of things about her then. Everything happening today, somebody came out to say, make honor, be careful. And you people did not heed advice. Because it is clear. If she says Tinubu does not take advice, I can assure you that it is clear. It is clear he does not take advice because and not taking advice means the person is not teachable. And if you're not teachable, that means whoever that person is leading he's in big trouble. Just imagine a driver, okay? Just imagine a driver who is you're driving along the road, and as you're driving, other drivers are telling you that route you're taking, there is a dead end at that route. But you stubbornly refuse to listen to them. In fact, they don't just tell you that there is a dead end. They say there is danger ahead. You should, reverse, and you're like, no, this is the route I normally take. This route is what I know. And they're telling you, what do you think is going to happen? If there is any other person in the car with him, or if there are passengers in that vehicle, I'm sorry for those passengers, because whatever danger they did, whatever dead end, those people will face it too. That is it. It is clear that he does not take advice. Very clear. That he believes anybody that, see, the day you start acting like you know it all, that is the day you die. As in, you die intellectually, because you are not teachable. You are not teachable. Don't grow to the level where, as a human being, I'm speaking generally speaking now, where you do not accept insight from people. I'm not saying you should take every advice, every Nick and Harrison gives to you, but at least you would be able to see, even as a human being. Criticism brings out the best in you. You see your critics, those things they said about you, it is not necessarily that you actually go and tell them or even reply them, but those things that you hear about yourself, the people who take it, go in, work on those things and become 10 times better. That's 10 times better. That the critics, you can no longer hear them, because if they keep now criticizing you, it is not from a place of maybe jealousy. So yes, it is obvious in the way he runs the country, he does not take advice. Because tell me, with everything going on, he does not listen. Now, Nigeria is our what's it called, our country. What we do now. If they say, what does Nigeria as a country, what do we live on? How do we get our revenue? It is through oil. That's oil. That means that is the only thing we do. Even though we have other natural resources, we have other mineral resources that can actually make us tons and tons and generate a lot of revenue for us. We focus on oil. Now that we're focusing on oil, why are you not proactive with things? Why? Why are you not proactive with it? Look, this TINUBU's situation, or his economic situation, is not the one that needs people who are not smart. He's not. He needs results. He needs results. And if these results are not visible, what does he do? They go. You let them go. Because it's not the time to come and start. If you have a sick child, you don't start, waiting for the best. If once you're at a particular hospital, you are not seeing your child improving for 1 week, for 2 weeks, what are you going to do? Are you not going to look for another hospital, find another doctor? That is how you keep moving and searching until you find somebody who can, at least, when the person starts treating your child, you start seeing improvement. But we have not been seeing improvement, and people he's working with are still working with him. In fact, people he's removing are not paramount to whatever, He removed the other day his, essay. Essay now, his speaker. What did they call it? Special advisor. So at the end of the day, why don't you work on those who really, really put people who will give results that we're actually looking for? Put people who are going to actually give you the results. You're not supposed to be having loyal people around you all the time, as in only people who are loyal. You are going to put people who are even going to put you on your toes. As a president, somebody you're going to tell this, you say, no, this is the right way. The person's way actually brings results. Right on this note, you've come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen until I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest